I truly hope that I could get past the things that happen in life, You know, like my energy just feels awkward lately. Like I feel like I'm losing part of my memory. And like I like the fact that I get to communicate with others because in a way communicating with others allows me to, just practice being present. That's because of what I just ate, My throat feels kind of like clogged now for some reason, Certain foods are just not really the thing to eat. And it's like, I don't really like the fact that living in New York, it's like we're not always gonna be around the best type of food, And I really would like to have more access to more fruits and vegetables, and so that I can have a more like natural eating habit, because it's kind of messed up having to, like, every time I go somewhere, I may have to buy food from outside, and it's like the amount of energy that I use, when I go outside, like it's kind of weird, it's kind of unhealthy, I feel, to be that busy and for things to be like a whole process. I really truly hope that my body could actually feel healthier. Because lately, I think that something happened. I got way too busy, and then when I got busy, it affected my eating patterns. And when it did that, it just completely messed up my health in a way. I ate way too much corn, cornbread, man. I ate way too much cornbread, and when I did, gosh, that affected my like skin because of all the sweets. It made it really dry, and because it got dry, it's like it's in pain in a way. Something I realized about my health is that what you eat matters. And what you eat has to be balanced. It has to be balanced. I think back then I couldn't eat certain foods and I had to turn vegan because of the fact that, or choose to eat plant-based because, of the fact that when I used to eat or drink a lot of things with dairy, and when I did that, it affected my digestive system. It caused my digestive system to become allergic to dairy because I was just, and then I became hypersensitive to food. And so that's what actually caused me to choose to be plant-based, because every time I ate dairy, it affected my digestive system. And every time I ate meat, it affected my digestive system. And when I did that, when I went through that, it's like I had to get off the meat and the dairy because it was causing a lot of overload of mucus production. But I think at the same time it's because I wasn't eating enough greens, you know, like leafy vegetables. Like I wasn't eating that, and not eating that, and not eating enough fruits. It's kind of like a way that your body's not getting enough fiber, or it's not getting enough, you know, living foods to allow it to digest properly. And I think that's why, you know, my health actually got to that point where I was allergic to a lot of things. And I did not even realize it, but I'm now realizing that my digestive issues is actually affecting my mental health. And like I may want to be out and about in life, you know, having as much fun as possible, using all the energy I could to do everything I feel like doing. But it's like whenever I'm focusing on that, I notice that it's a bit of a struggle, you know. Like I had to start working on a routine. I had to start working on a routine to get, you know, used to practicing certain things. But I'm now realizing that my routine won't be as good as it could possibly be if my health is not right. And especially if I'm not getting the proper nutrition. I feel that I am, like, I just noticed that you know, like being anemic is just not easy. It's not easy at all. You know, that's part of the reason why I have tired eyes, you know, because I'm anemic, you know, and I have to eat more foods with iron and a whole bunch of, and I have to get more vitamin D. I have to be around the sun. You know? That's what I have to do in order to maintain my health. And maintaining my health is what's going to help me to be better, you know, like more present in my reality. Like I'm probably nutrient deficient to the point that I can't even really interact with others like the way that I, you know, like when I interact with others, it's like I'm just responding to them. It's not like I actually have the energy to actually go up to them and start talking to them. And I'm just starting to get more clarity about this specific area of my life that can use more improvements. Like, I'm going through a journey just like everyone else. And at this point in time in my journey, I'm noticing that I have to eat the right foods, and I have to eat them as soon as possible. Like, because, it's not like I'm the one that's depressed, it's like my body is what's, low. Like, my body is not in the best energy, even though in a weird way it's kind of like I'm lightheaded, like I feel very light, but at the same time I'm lightheaded, and it's like I don't have like that weight, that grounding weight, I feel almost like I'm not even in my body almost. And that's kind of crazy to feel like that. It's kind of crazy. I'm not trying to make this like a very, like a negative, it's a negative video or anything. I'm just expressing my current, like I'm just expressing what I'm going through and what I'm doing to help the situation. Yeah, apparently I have to eat more things with the B vitamins and all the other vitamins, like I have to eat those things. Because if I don't eat them, it's probably just not, it's like my body really feels very tired. Like, you could probably see in some of my other videos when I was tired. And it's because of having anemia. And being with anemic for a long time is really not a good thing. Because that means that your body's not getting the proper nutrients for a long time. And I don't think that it's like it can't be reversed. It could be reversed. It's just that if you're constantly being nutrient deficient, it's not a good thing. It's actually fatal, because it can cause a lot of other things in the body to go wrong. Like, I really would like to spend more time in nature, around trees and grass, and eat fruits and vegetables, but mostly fruits. Drink coconut waters. I would like to be able to just bask in the sunlight and feel the breeze and smell the clean air, like the fresh air from the trees, like after a mist of rain, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so it's very important to take steps. And that's probably another reason why I can't even focus on my work. It's because of that, being nutrient deficient. Like, being nutrient deficient is kind of dangerous because, you know, it's so bad because of the fact that sometimes you can't even fix yourself food because you're too tired and too drained and too, like that's actually what actually makes it worse too. Is being too tired to even make yourself something to eat or to go to the store to buy something. Like, you know, get more fruits. It's kind of, that's what I'm saying, you know. That's what I'm saying. Somebody that's nutrient deficient really could use a lot of help. Seriously. Because it's like I'm taking care of myself and taking care of my pets, my babies. I mean, you know, taking care of my babies, and like I really would like to have that, you know, the right type of energy. But it's like, you know, and I know that I deserve to be able to have what I need in life to live my best life, because having this situation can also cause Alzheimer's, yeah. And you don't, and it's like, because if you start to feel memory loss because of your body being nutrient deficient, that could be terrible for your future. I'm so lucky I'm even able to communicate right now. You know, I'm doing what I can. I'm doing everything I can to do what I can, you know? I don't know why anybody wouldn't understand what I'm trying to say here. You know? Like, you know, people, you know, sometimes when you think about it, it's like, it makes me wonder, when people are lazy, are they actually lazy or are they nutrient deficient? You know, because you might be thinking somebody's lazy, but they could very well be just nutrient deficient and just don't have the energy to focus and concentrate because their minds are just like out of it. And that could really actually be the issue, not that they're lazy, you know? You know, another thing is that sometimes, like, we feel that somebody else is not doing as much as us, so then, and that we're doing all the work or most of the work, and then it makes us feel like we have to take a break because other people are not really doing their part. And it could make it seem like, you know, it's just sometimes it's like you have to bring balance to situations, and that's one way that someone would bring balance is to take a break from doing all the work, because it seems like they're not doing their part of the you know, they're not doing their part. And since they're not doing their part, that's the reason why you feel like that. That's the reason why you feel like you have to slow down a bit, because you really are tired. And they could be at least doing something to alleviate they're part of the situation instead of having me also take care of them too. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Yeah. I just came from, being outside at a event, showcasing my music and DJing. I'm glad that I'm able to be a part of these creative events because they help me to feel that I'm actually living my life to the fullest. I'm a part of something in this world, and it feels good to actually release that creativity. I am a little, it's time for me to go to sleep though. But I've been sleeping. My sleep patterns are just insane at the moment. But it's not as bad as it was a few months ago. But I think that it still has room for improvement. Having a cat really does add another layer of it adds another layer of responsibility to your life, to the point that it makes it harder for you to have your own sleep pattern, because you have to be awake for the cat at a certain time, and then you feel tired at a certain time, and then the cat wakes up at a certain time, and then oh my gosh, it's just too much. And I'm really supposed to be at the same rhythm as the cat, because the cat is natural, waking up at 5 o'clock every single morning, right on the dot. Like, cats are very, very, predictable about like when they do things. Cats are nature, so they're there to help you remember how to be independent and take care of yourself, but also how to help your independence by communicating your needs to others, because everyone has something that they can value within them, something special, a gift that they're able to give to others. And that natural gift is what allows there to be balance in the way that things are done. And you gotta, I have to get back into just communicating my needs, because communicating my needs has been something that I feel has been hijacked at certain points of my life, because of the fact that sometimes other people ask more of you than you're asking of them, and then it's like it kind of makes your voice go numb or mute, because now it's like they're asking and they're taking your energy, but then you have your own things that you do that could be private, but at the same time you may need assistance as well. But it's just that they're just, it's just a whole lot of stuff that life can, cause you to think about. Life is interesting. It really is. I truly hope that, my life does improve and that my health does improve. Yes, because I know I deserve to live my best life and to be healthy, because health is the actual wealth. If you're not healthy, you can't experience the best of life, because you'll be in pain, so you won't even be able to experience the actual joy of the experience, because you'll feel pain in the background at the same time. Feeling pain is just not the way to, they're indicators. They're there so they can remind you to slow down and take care of yourself, and to figure out a way that's gonna assist you even better. Because there are people out there that are willing to help, but not everybody knows who they are, and it could be hard to trust when you've been misused in the past. Yeah. So I think that's all I'm gonna say for now. This has been a very, very, I don't know if I should call it intimate conversation, or a very, I don't know if that's the correct word, but yes, it's a very interesting conversation. It's the realness of life, the parts of life that maybe some people just don't talk about. And it's why do I have to act like it's not real, or that it's like I can't do something about it by actually communicating it. If I never say this story or tell this story, it will just be lost in the mind of authentically living me. And then it's like nobody will know. And that's just not the way to live. So that's all I'm gonna say for now. Until next time.